What's up, Vinyl community? It's your boy Chris coming at you live as always from the man cave. And guys, the day has come. When I tell you that I've been up all day working on seeing everybody's contest video one more time, on giving it all my fair evaluation, on breaking this whole thing down, on coming up with another idea. When I tell you I've been working on it all day, I mean I've been working on it all day. I wanted to make sure I gave everybody a fair comment. For those of you who had videos I hadn't commented on, I wanted to go back. I wanted to make sure everybody's video got a comment. Everybody got appreciated. Everybody got thanked. Because I cannot even begin to tell you guys how much I'm overwhelmed by all 613 of you that subscribed to you, boy. To all 19 of you who took time out of your very busy lives to do a video response for my video. And not only that, you didn't half-ass, you didn't half-step. Everybody made a great video. I can honestly say I thoroughly enjoyed all 19 entries, and every single one of your videos has been watched twice at least. A couple of you, you've had your videos watched 3 times because it got close. It got close, and I had to go back and do it one more time. But I finally have a winner. I'm confident. I think I do. From the start, from the jump, I wish that I could just come in and name a winner for you guys that sets you on your way, but I can't do it. Everybody has to be appreciated, and I'm going right down the line. I can't even begin to tell you guys how much I want to thank you. First things first, wearing my Noble Records shirt. This is a shirt that's probably the most special to me of every shirt that I have. I was wearing this shirt on the day my daughter was born, so I was wearing it on the biggest day of my life. I picked it because it's comfortable. And because I love my boy Dylan. So you get to a certain age in life. I played 3 sports. I played basketball, baseball, and football from age 5 to 18. And back then I used to accomplish stuff all the time. I used to have people proud of me all the time for certain things. You get to a certain age, then you go to full-time. You go to your adult job, your full-time adult job. And maybe you get a promotion every now and then. Maybe you get an employee of the month every now and then if you work at a place professional enough to do something like that, or appreciative enough to do something like that, I should say. Maybe you do. But for the most part, that pat on the back, that you did a good job, that all of that shit is gone. You guys know that. For those of you watching me who are like 20, 21 and haven't really did that full-time kind of deal yet, you'll see. You'll see soon enough. But that's just usually the way it is. Some of you might work at places different than that. Some of you might work for yourselves. And those of you who do, I'm jealous of you. Pour myself a Sycamore Juiciness India Pale Ale. Sorry guys, I'm gonna take this whole thing in. The reason I brought up the story about the not so many pat on the backs and everything like that is because, again, you get to an age where, you get to a point in your life where nobody pats you on the back, nobody tells you thank you, nobody says you did a good job. And for me, 500 subscribers was a big accomplishment. I never expected to have more than 3. I've told you guys that several times. So for me, that was a big thing for me. It really was. And you guys have just made it next level, and you guys have jumped in, and you guys have participated. And I feel honored to be a part of this community. It's not even about the number. I've made real life friends out of you guys, so many of you. And I've experienced your generosity. And if there's anything I can ever do for any of you, you just let me know. But, all right, so 19 videos, 19 entries. Let's get to it. First of all, Merrick, the Vinyl Truffle. Name change finally went through, buddy. Congratulations. I'm glad it did. I know you've been working on that. Merrick recently went on a family vacation and got sick. So he's been sick, busy with the vacation. Still found time to get it in, buddy. I wanted to tell you, I really appreciate you. I consider you a real life friend. You're a great guy. You've got a great channel, and I expect to be participating in your 500 subscribers or on beyond contest someday. If you decided to have one, I can definitely see that coming for you. You're a great guy. And for those of you who don't follow or subscribe, to Merrick, the Vinyl Truffle, please do that. Next up, First Pressing Goodness, Chris. You get bonus points for having a great name, bro. Awesome guy. Chris and I have a lot of the same taste in music. Both of us share the same favorite genre right now, jazz. So we have a lot in common. We follow each other on Instagram, like a lot of each other's posts, message each other sometimes. I think you had said in your video, you made a good point that it's not quite often enough, and I agree, buddy. We'll fix that. Great video. Thank you, Chris. Vinyl Revival Radio, J-Dub. J-Dub, your video and your channels come across so professional, and you look like a kind of guy and sound like the kind of guy I'd love to listen to on the radio. And the Vinyl Revival Radio title is definitely appropriate because I'd love to listen to you on the radio, buddy. You got a great voice. You got a great presentation about yourself. Your videos are edited just well enough to where they're edited nicely and you can tell that you know what you're doing, but not so much to where they're over the top and it just comes across like watching American Idol, which I hate. So it's a perfect balance for me. And I really love your videos. I love your channel. And I love your enthusiasm. I love how you can get to so many points and do it quickly. You don't ramble for 45 minutes like I do. It's awesome. Norman Maslov, Mazzy. Out of all the videos in this contest, yours made me laugh the hardest. There's no doubt about that. So many of them made me cry. Yours made me freaking laugh. For those of you who haven't seen Mazzy's video or watched Mazzy's channel, Mazzy's got this great sense of humor. He's always wearing great hats. Every now and then have himself a martini. Gin, obviously. The others for amateurs. But, you know, he kind of makes fun of your boy in the video, and it's awesome. One of the things about me is I am a shit talker at birth. And I come from a family of shit talkers. And we're the kind of people that I'll shit talk my father and my brother and my grandmother. And that's just what we are. And we love it. And so that kind of humor is just right up my alley. And I loved it. And I've watched that video twice and laughed really hard both times, buddy. Great entry. Thank you, Mazzy. Next up, my boy, Dylan, Noble Records. I can't even begin to tell you how much your friendship has meant to me. I could do an hour-long video just on that. I could. But, you know, everybody else would probably tell us to get a room. But you guys have, you know, heard, you know, he and I mention each other on our videos. Dylan is the very first friend I made in the vinyl community. The very first one. And it just started way back when you guys, Dylan and Emily Smith, were Day Smith Records, just selling records on eBay. And I found your records on eBay and I bought a shitload of them. And then come to find out, hey, we're from about an hour from each other. And so we follow on Instagram, we become friends. I end up at your house, you start doing pop-ups, I end up at your pop-ups. We've met a bunch of weird places to exchange records. You're awesome. You're one of my very best friends in this world, and you've been so nice and so generous to me more times than I can even mention. And the best thing about you doing your entry video is if there's one person who entered this contest who doesn't lack for records, guys, who doesn't need my $30 grand prize win, it's Dylan. He gets records all the time. Dylan, you get records all the time, and he gets great records all the time, as you've witnessed from some of the ones that I've shown you that I've gotten from him. So if there's anybody who doesn't need it, it's him. Dylan did this video, I know, in his heart. He doesn't have to tell me, I know. He did this video, he entered this contest to support me, to give me a shout, to maybe, because he's got, you know, 4,000 subscribers, maybe to get me a little more exposure. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart, Dylan, like I do for everything else. You're an awesome guy, and you're one of my best damn friends in this world. Cheers to you, buddy. Local Bandography, David. Great video, my friend. David's also a real-life friend of mine. Also lives in the area as I do. He and I have hung out at a couple of Dylan's pop-ups. I've had a couple of beers together before. Talking about, you know, trips up to big record stores here lately. If everything goes right, David, I should be seeing you tomorrow. If everything goes okay, if everything goes the way it's supposed to, and I look forward to that, buddy. You're an awesome guy. I really enjoy your friendship. Next up, Lily Vitari. Lily, your very first video ever in the vinyl community was for my contest, and that means a ton to me. You were awesome. I loved watching you speak. I loved watching your video. I hope you keep it up. I hope you do many, many, many more, and hopefully I can enter your 500 subscribers contest someday. Beth at B-Side Records. I just love Beth. Beth, I love you. You're awesome. I love every video you ever put out. Beth, for you guys who don't know, and most of you are definitely going to, big passion, big love for soundtracks. She loves them. You ever want to know anything about soundtracks, if you ever want to know what soundtracks are just coming out, Beth's your girl. She's got you covered. And you definitely win for best thumbnail. For those of you who didn't see Beth's video, go look at it. She's got a thumbnail where she self-imposed my face onto the body of Burt Reynolds for the thumbnail as like an ode to my profile picture. But it's great, and I've looked at it and I've laughed, and I showed it to my wife. My wife laughed. She thinks it's hilarious. Beth, I loved your video. I loved your stories. I love the picture of you, your high school picture, with the Grease soundtrack and the Pulp Fiction poster and the Top Gun soundtrack. I just love everything you do. You're the greatest, and it's just such a great channel. And 1 million subscribers wouldn't be too many for you. Jeff Kempin, who recently just became a subscriber of mine. I've been following and subscribing to Jeff for about a year. I love your channel, buddy. I really do. If I don't always comment, I apologize. Some of the time I'm watching these videos. For a lot of you guys, it's because I'm sneaking off somewhere to watch them at work. I'm a cheater. Or I'm watching them from my car on my lunch break at work, and then sometimes just don't have the time to do it. But I always try my best to find the time. Jeff, I love your channel. You're great. And I definitely recommend watching Jeff's entire video. I loved it, but I especially loved Jeff. I put this in the comment to your video. I especially loved the last 4 or 5 minutes of your video. I loved it because you spoke on, Jeff had spoke on how nice all of you are in the vinyl community, how great and how welcoming of a community you guys are, and how giving and how loving and caring you guys all are, and about how he has, doesn't have quite as many close friends in the real world, but he goes on the vinyl community and he's just got hundreds, and even his family. And I feel the same way. I'm extremely close to my immediate family, and I've got 2 or 3 real friends that I spend some time with outside of work. No, not 2 or 3, 2 to 5 that I really get to spend some time with. And then I've got this group of 3 friends that I talk to every day. Dylan's one of them. We talk every single day, and we don't get to see each other quite as much as I think we both would like, but we get to talk every day. But the rest of my family, outside of the immediate family, I see them twice a year. I see them Thanksgiving and Christmas, and that's if I don't have to work, which I usually do. So it might be a while, and not that close. It just isn't. So is what it is. And so Jeff made a great point that you guys really are like a second family to me, and I mean that. And I look forward to talking to you guys. When I'm not doing a video, when I haven't finished a video, I'm thinking about what I can talk to you guys about next. Happy Hippie the Vinyl Guy, Rod. Rod's just an awesome guy. If you guys don't follow Happy Hippie the Vinyl Guy, please change that. Please change that. Go on over, drop the guy a sub. He's a big deadhead, loves his jam bands. And just flat out, I've told you this, Rod, before, if I'm not mistaken. When I say that I'd love to have gone to some of these concerts with you back in the day, I mean that shit. I would have loved to. You seem like you'd have been a blast to go to some of these shows with. And your story about hitchhiking, thumbing a ride back to go get your tickets for your Rolling Stones concert that you left your tickets for is great. It's gold. It's great stuff. I'd have done the same thing. You can't miss the Stones, bro. You got tickets. You got to freaking go. Awesome. Thank you for submitting. Thank you for your support. Next up, the Vinyl Verse, Bill. I love Bill. Bill, I love you, buddy. You're just a great guy. You're a great family man. You remind me a lot of me. Not so much in our personalities so much as just big family man. Got a great taste for music. Love your jazz. Your kids around about the same age. You're a great father. And you're somebody that hopefully I get to meet tomorrow. Hoping so, buddy. As long as nothing falls through, I should be seeing you tomorrow. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. Yeah, it's going to be a great night, man. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you, Bill, for entering this contest. Next up, Steve Bender. Steve, first video ever in the VC, buddy, and you knocked it out of the park. I'm glad that I inspired you to want to make a video. I'm glad your wife talked you into making a video. I hope that's not the last video you make, buddy, because you've got a great presence about you, and I really loved listening to you speak. You also seem like the kind of guy who'd be fun as hell to just hang around with. Keep making videos, man. One of these days, I will win your 500 subscribers contest. Please, keep making videos. You're great. Next up, my left toe. Jim, I think. Ah, shit. I think it's Jim. I could be wrong. Correct me if I am wrong, Jim. Great guy, great collection. Champion Jack Dupree, bro. Freaking phenomenal record. I was also stoked when I got mine. It's one in my collection. It's not going anywhere. You will have to break in, and I am a Southern man. I have guns. Shit. So, now that I've mentioned all of you guys, and I have more who are in this contest, now that I've mentioned all of you guys, it's to the point where I'm going to do my first drawing. I narrowed it down to 6 that I like the best. You guys are a little on the outside, and I mean that the nicest way I can. But the 6 that I'm getting ready to mention in a second really encapsulated what I wanted in the contest. And I at first said that I was only going to do a grand prize winner, no participation trophies, and then a drawing where I throw all your names in. That was when I was at 504 subscribers. I'm at 613 now. You guys, through this contest, got me an additional 109 subscribers as of with me speaking right now. And damn it, I just can't help but feel a little more charitable. So for you guys in this group of 13, I'm going to do a drawing. You guys get something from your boy. We'll work it out. And I got your names in this hat. Go Yankees. Gonna shake them up now. See who we got. Got ourselves a winner for the drawing, the first drawing. Ha! Nice. Beth. B-Side Records. Come on down. That was corny. It was corny. Beth. You and me will work it out. I've got some ideas already for you, to be completely honest. So this is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome to hook you up. Thank you so much, Beth, for entering the contest and for that damn thumbnail. That is the funniest shit I think I've ever seen in the vinyl community. Thank you, Beth. You're awesome. Email me at tunesfromthemancave@gmail.com. We'll get together. I'll get your information. Or you can message me on Facebook Messenger. Whichever. I'll make sure I get you the link. But Beth at B-Side Records, the winner of my first drawing. All right. The next 6 that I'm going to mention for you guys. Really, in my opinion, just full on encapsulated exactly what I was looking for in this contest. Mike Guitar Player 07, my boy Mike from New Jersey. I loved your video. I loved it. It made me cry. I laughed a couple of times. You're a close personal friend to me, so I think that also gave it more meaning, because a lot of the things that you were talking about in your video, I personally watched you go through. And because of that, I think it made it mean that much more to me. You're awesome. You're a great friend. Mike lost his grandfather last year, you guys. Or it was either really early this year or late last year. I can't remember which, Mike. Please correct me. I'm a father of a toddler and I work full time. Sometimes I remember everything, but sometimes the time just kind of. And his grandfather is a very influential figure in his life and means a lot to him. And when he lost him, it's always going to be that void there for Mike. And you can tell how emotional it is still for Mike to talk about him and how much he's influenced not only his record collection, not only his musical taste. Mike, I think I can feel safe to say this, having known you, buddy, but who you are as a man and who you will become as a man. And you'll carry that along forever. And I just love you to death, and I love your love for your grandfather, because damn it, I love my grandfather just as much. And I lost him too, and I know what you're going through. I know what you're going through. So it still hurts me every day. And so I know. I really get it, buddy. But you're a great young man, and you're going to make it through, and you're going to make your grandfather proud. Best believe that shit. Best believe. Next up, Vinyl Community, Steve Carlson. I love Steve Carlson. Steve, you are must-see YouTube TV for me on Sundays. Whether I have to work or not, I will sneak off. I will come up with a bathroom break to watch your videos. Must-see. I love it. I can't remember who it is that calls you the professor in the VC, but if that shit's not accurate, I don't know what is. You're awesome. Again, must-see TV. I always learn so much for your videos. I learned so much about a lot of records I'd never heard of before. You're an awesome guy. Guys, if you haven't seen Steve's entry video, Steve travels the world in his videos. Steve is in a church. Steve is in a pub in Ireland. Steve is everywhere in his video. And he tells so many emotional stories, Steve, that you just really had me, you really had me choking up the entire video. You really did. And Mike and Steve, what you guys have in common in both of your videos is you encapsulated perfectly what it was I wanted to see. I'm an emotional guy. I'm a sentimental guy. And I like to get to know people. I like to get to know the real person. Because for as much as we can all sit here and talk about records and everything else, it's another thing. It's one thing to know what kind of music somebody likes. It's another thing to feel like you really got to know the person. And that's what I wanted for this contest. I wanted you to dig deep for those stories. And you guys did. Next up, David Newton. David, my man. Bring in your I think both 18. I can't remember. Your old daughters into your video. Hell of a touch. Because as a father of a 2-year-old daughter, who you guys see on every video, I dread that. I dread my daughter being 18. I dread it with every inch of my being. Not because I don't think I can father an 18-year-old girl, but because that will mean she's grown up. And I'm not ready for her to grow up. She's 2.5. These are great years, and I wish they'd last forever. I know they won't. I know they won't last forever. And I'm trying to enjoy every damn day of what I have right now. But David, dare I say, you and I don't know each other outside of the vinyl community. But from the looks of it, it looks like you've done a damn good job, my friend. It looks like you've done a damn good job. And your girls seem to have very great taste in music. And that video tribute at the end, where you put the videos and the pictures of your girls together, that shit had me balling, dude. I rewound it and watched it again. That's just so great, because it had me thinking of me going through all these same moments with Ramona. And I know they're coming, and I know they're going to get there, and I hope I do as good a job as you seem to have done, my friend. I really do. Great video. You hit me right. You hit me right in the feels, and I loved it. Next up, Vinyl Talk with Tavis. Tavis, you're pretty much the coolest guy in the VC to me. I love your videos. You come with you're so cool and smooth, and I love your hats, and you come with the enthusiasm. You're well cut. You're kept, well clean. Not like me. Or Tavis has jokingly called me the beard boss on here, and I love you, man. You're great. And Tavis came up with a song, like a little theme song to put with his video. Incorporating the Tonto jump on it, and this sounds great. Like, man, I wish I'd collaborated with you at the very beginning of the contest, Tavis, to have thrown that as the theme song for the contest. It's great. You're awesome. You got a beautiful voice. But Tavis talks a lot about his family in the video, and his mother and his father, especially about his father. His father's going through some health problems at the time. Tavis, I hope you don't mind me disclosing. No need to get into it. His business, their business. But I'm blessed enough to have my father still with me, Tavis, and I can't imagine what in the hell I would do if I didn't have him. I can't imagine it and wouldn't want to. Not for a million years. Tell your old man to hang in there. Keep fighting the good fight. And I want you to know that I know we don't know each other outside of the VC, but I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your old man. I'm praying for your family. Tell him to hang in there. and thinking about you, my friend. And your video was phenomenal. It was outstanding, and I look forward to talking to you soon, Tavis. I really do. Next up, my boy Chris has the spins. Chris is pretty much one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life. From Green Bay, Wisconsin. Awesome guy, super polite, super knowledgeable, always got a big smile on his face, always got a great story to tell, always got nice things to say about everybody. And I love people like that. I just do. Chris, you had me bawling in the video, buddy, talking about your father. I really hate it for you, buddy, that you don't still have your dad with you. I hate it that you lost your dad at such a young age, because, damn it, if there's anybody in this world who doesn't deserve to go through something like that, it's you. You deserve to have your dad for 60 years, 70 years. You deserve that, and I hate that you were denied all those great memories. And I never take for granted, because of you losing your father, and because of, the next person I'm going to speak about, having, their parents split up. I've never take for granted that I still have both of my parents and they're still together. Because in this day and age, divorce is so common, and, losing your parents, I got plenty of friends who either are children of divorce or at the very least have lost a parent. And they're my age and younger often. One of my best friends outside of the vinyl community is 29 years old. He lost his mother years ago. It's just the kind of shit that it's not fair. And it always seems to be the best people it happens to. But you hit me right in the feels, Chris. But you also did a lot of things that you did the guitar intro in the video, which was epic. It was awesome. The poem about me, bro, at the end about my channel, thank you. That meant a lot to me. You have no idea how much that you took the time to do something like that. It was epic. And your story about getting in touch with Margot, your girlfriend, and you guys live half the country apart, and she says, when are you going to come down here and visit me? And you just jump on the plane, and you go down to Tampa, and you took a risk, and you took a chance. And that's something most people wouldn't have the balls to do, my man. Most people would not. But you did it, and it paid off for you, and you took her back home with you. Not that day, obviously, but look at how it worked out, and it could not freaking happen to a nicer guy. You are awesome, Chris. Thank you for making the video. Thank you for entering the contest, but most of all, thank you for being my damn friend. I love you, buddy. Melinda Murphy. Always get a smile on my face talking about Melinda. Great friend of mine that I've made through the vinyl community, has been one of my very best supporters and best friends in the YouTube VC since it seems like day one. I can't remember which video she discovered first. I think it might have been the 750 subscribers video for Dylan. But ever since then, comment on every video, something nice to say about every video. She and I have become personal friends. And I loved your video. It hit me right in the feels. I love the picture at the very beginning of your daughter. As a young girl, you promised me you'd show me a picture of your spunky blonde girl, like my spunky blonde girl. And I loved it. She's beautiful, and she's grown up to be a beautiful young lady. And I know you're proud. I know you are. And the story about your parents and about your father, and I hate that you had to go through that. I do. I loved your video, and I loved every album that you showed in your video. That Butcher cover for $30. I mean, I have a Butcher cover, but I paid more than $30 for it. I can't remember exactly the number I paid for it, but it was more than $30. I can assure you of that, Melinda. But you are absolutely one of my favorite people in the VC. You're a great friend of mine. I love watching your videos. I love the big smile on your face. I love the enthusiasm for record collecting. I love how you comment on everybody's videos, and how you comment back on the comments on your videos, and how passionate you are about it, and how much you make sure everybody gets an equal part of your time. It's just great. And when I think of shining examples of the vinyl community, I think of you. You're one of the very first people I think of. And thank you for entering my contest, but most importantly, thank you for being my friend. Thank you. Cheers to all of you guys. Okay, now, I know I said I was only going to do one drawing and a grand prize winner. I know I said that. Give me a second, let me grab this. I know I said that. But again, something about hitting 600. Something about hitting 600 that just really brought the generosity out in me. And made me want to reward even more of you guys. So it's going to be 3 total people that walk away with something. The first drawing for the first 13. So out of the bottom, out of the 6 I just mentioned, you guys, those are my favorites. I've actually narrowed my favorites down to 2. But again, I wanted the 6 of you really just took it where I wanted to take the contest. Absolutely, completely. I put 5 names in this hat. The winning name is already outside of the hat. So I'm going to do the drawing for this 5. Go Yankees. I'm going to do the drawing for this 5. And then after I'm done with that, I'll announce the grand prize winner. Nice, 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 nice. Because I already know what I want to send you, buddy. I just got to get it. Vinyl Talk with Tavis. Yes. Yes, I'm glad it's you, buddy. I couldn't be happier for you. Email me, tunesfromthemancave@gmail.com. Let's link up, or you can try to find me on Messenger, but I've got a super common name, so it might be difficult for you. Vinyl Talk with Tavis. Congratulations, buddy, again. I already know what I want to send you, so it's just a matter of us getting linked up and hooked up. Congratulations, buddy. Thank you for entering. Thank you for being awesome. And once again, I'm praying for you, Pops. Praying for you. Praying for your family. Hang in there. Please hang in there. So, that brings me to the grand prize winner. I left one name out of both hats. And when I tell you guys that I've been stewing on who the winner was for the last 30 minutes, I had it narrowed down to 2. And I've been stewing on it for 30 minutes. And I went back and I watched certain segments of the videos. I'm like, nah, that really doesn't help. And I watched the tiebreaker. I'm like, nah, that's pretty damn close. It still don't help. So here's what I did. I sat down and I thought, which video do I remember the most from? And then that's when it suddenly kind of sort of hit me. And I made my decision and I came on air. There's no turning back now. The winner of the 500 subscribers, Tonto Jump On It contest. I got goosebumps, you guys. I've been waiting on this for nearly a month. My boy Chris. Chris has the spins. Congratulations, my friend. One of my favorite videos I've ever seen in the VC, truly. And not just because it's for my contest, and not just because you're spending a lot of it talking about me and my channel. It's really not. That was a great video, and you did everything. You made me laugh. You made me cry. You made me inspired. The story about losing your dad so early, that made me cry. The story about you getting your ass on a plane and going halfway across the country to go grab this girl that you hadn't seen in years inspired me. Because I'm a ballsy guy, but even for me, I like to think I would do it. I do. And man, it's paid off for you. Margot seems great. I can't wait to meet her someday. Just all of that. And then just how kind of an individual you are. And you've got great taste in music. And I can't wait to have a beer with you someday, buddy. It's going to be great. But in the meantime, I'm afraid you're going to have to settle for me sending you vinyl. As the winner of my 500 subscribers, Tonto Jump On It contest, my man, Chris. Chris has the spins. Thank you, buddy. Great video. Thank all 19 of you. Chris Has the Spins is the grand champ. Vinyl Talk with Tavis, special bonus winner. Beth B-Side Records, also special bonus record winner. All 3 of you are getting some stuff from your boy Chris. And before I go, I don't usually drink any whiskey this early in the day, but I want to celebrate. Got a bottle, Tullamore Dew, Irish whiskey. My wife bought me the other day because I was having a rough weekend at work. Thank you, God. Thank you, Ashley, my wife. Let me get this open. Turn this top. Because you can't drink whiskey without smelling it, can you? At least I can. Decent sized pour for this time of the day. And I want to take this time. Cheers to all 613 of you who subscribe to me. Cheers to all 19 of you who thought to take the time to make videos to enter my contest. Cheers to my winners. Beth at B-Side Records, Tavis at Vinyl Talk with Tavis, and the grand prize winner, Chris Has the Spins. Thank you. Cheers, all three of you. Because you don't shoot good whiskey, you enjoy it. Now that we got that contest out of the way, I'm so thrilled. Don't expect to see any contest material from me for a while. The next contest that I would ever throw would be for 1,000 subscribers, and I'm not counting on 1,000, just like I didn't count on 500. But here we are. So getting ready to get back to the teaching, getting ready to get back to having the fun, getting ready to get back to the lessons, getting ready to get back to what I set this channel up to do. Until next time, until next video, keep dropping that needle, all 613 of you. My little superstar.